Welcome back to Quantreef.com. ETH's trading right around 1913, sitting right in the middle of a tight range that's been building for hours. That makes this a great spot to walk through liquidity, support and resistance, VWAP, fibs, fair value gaps, and positioning to map out the next few hours. Let's get into it. Price is at 1913.17, just below session VWAP at 1915.71, which tells you sellers still have the edge on the intraday timeframe. The two anchored VWAPs, from the swing high near 1912 and swing low near 1917, are sitting close together but still separate levels bracketing price, so ETH is basically pinned inside a value pocket, not accepting cleanly above or below it yet. Momentum reads neutral to soft bearish here. The big magnet is below, at 1905, where over 37 billion in resting liquidity sits. That's the strongest wall on the board, and it's pulling reach odds up toward 80% over the next day. Above, 1938.70 has real size too, but less than a third of the downside pool. Markets tend to hunt the fatter pool first because that's where stops cluster and where market makers can fill size cleanly, so downside gets first look. On screen, resistance above stacks at 1943.65 for target 1, then 1981.29, then 2025. Below, support sits at the 4-hour swing low of 1909.41, backed by the stop-loss zone at 1890. Given the liquidity picture, the swing low support is more likely tested first. A clean break under 909.41 is what would invalidate the current range hold idea. Above price, there's an unfilled daily fair value gap up near 2030 to 2055, still a magnet longer term, but it's a good 6% away, so it's not the near-term story. Below, a 4-hour bull gap sits 1885 to 1904, mostly filled already, with revisit odds sitting high. On the fib side, price is parked right at the 0.382 retracement near 1914.57. Inside the recent swing, the nearby fair value gap below is the one more likely to get tapped first given how close it sits. The grade reads watch, N at 81, HTS at 60, decent readiness, but momentum and volatility layers are dragging it, trend and structure at 81 plus crypto relative strength at 72 are carrying it. Positioning shows retail 72 heavy on longs, top account 62 long, but the 4-hour taker split flips it 47.6% long against 52.4% short, meaning aggressive sellers are actually in control right now. Given the size stacked at 1905 and the taker split leaning short, the more probable path is a sweep of that downside pool before any real bounce. If sellers get it and buyers step in, retail longs already at 67% get shaken, but a reclaim above VWAP opens the move back toward 1929 and 1938. If sellers push through instead, that's where a squeeze against short positioning could build fast. Remember, ETH largely follows Bitcoin's own liquidity map, so check that before leaning either way here. Bullish case confirms on a hold above 1905 with targets toward 1930 and 1938. Bearish case confirms on a break below the 1890 stop zone. So ETH sitting right at a decision point, and whichever side takes that liquidity first probably sets the tone for the next stretch. If this helped, give it a like and subscribe for more of these. Quantreef.com runs this same 9-layer grade, probability and liquidity read across over 100 coins, and there's a 7-day trial if you want to dig deeper. This is for educational purposes only, not financial advice.